Hey, yo, you already know what time it is, kids. We are back. We got the update here for Fire Emblem Heroes. Things are still coming in as we wait for Gengar and Tsukasa to post the base stats and all that for the new characters, which is important because I would like to know the BST of Medeus and Zayn. They are going to be presumably pretty good-looking Demotes. We also have, of course, Hall of Forms and whatever else is in store for us. So we can go ahead and start things off with the Hall of Forms. This one is, I guess, courtesy of Tsukasa. So, Tsukasa es Mikasa. We got here Ninja Korin. We've got Ninja Camilla. We have Valentine Takumi and then Valentine Leo. Okay, so all of these units were actually pretty meta on release. Maybe, was Takumi meta? I guess he kind of was a little bit, but like, I'm pretty sure we had better armor save units. It's just that he was interesting because he was a ranged save unit. As far as, like, which one of these units are going to be good forma value now, that's kind of tough to say. It really depends. Probably Korin, I would say, has the most value just because her being a duo hero, if you were to get her up to max score, like max merges, she would actually be arena viable, I believe. She should score at least as high as Cyril with her duo skill. So, obviously, she's going to put in a lot more work than Cyril. So she probably has the most value overall, but as just like a one-off, which one of these units is going to give you the most value? I still probably her, maybe Camilla. Camilla's not too shabby. She is pulling off the Vantage strat, but like, Vantage, it's hard to really abuse Vantage right now because units just have so much non-pierceable DR and it's just hard to kill things before they're going to start hitting you. So to rely on Vantage being like a glass cannon that just needs to Vantage sweep the enemies, it's not really the easiest thing to do anymore. So, I mean, she still has value. I'm not going to say she doesn't. Of course, she's got flying mobility, so you can run all the good flyer skills on her, like Guidance 4, Soaring Guidance, Crux skills, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I would probably put more value on the first two, Camilla and Korin, as opposed to Takumi and Leo, unfortunately. But it just is what it is. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing that we have here. Let's go back to regular size for the Reddit there. Okay, right on time, we have the stats from Gengar. So we can go ahead and pull that up. All right, why don't we start over here with the baby Tiki. It's not just baby, she's like double baby. So, 36 HP. Maybe we could make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, let's just get it perfectly in frame like that. Okay, so 36 HP. 31 attack, which doesn't matter at all. She's like Tamara, where she uses her defense for the damage calculation. All right, we got 48 speed, 48 defense, and then 40 res. Would have expected a little bit better res if she's going to have so much of a dump stat on attack there. So 203 overall for her BST. She is an infantry dragon, so I guess that is about what you would expect. She scores as high as Marnie, I think, as an infantry type, which is pretty crazy. But at the same time, this is a premium unit. All right, and then Boons and Banes here. Looks like minus HP. What is this one attack? Hold on. Yeah, 31 is not a common attack stat. Yeah, no, nothing on attack, looks like. We got plus speed, though. Plus speed is very good. Plus defense as well, which is also very good. And plus res. Wow, plus speed, plus defense, and plus res. They put it in, so Tiki's got 3 very good super boons there. I think she's a pretty good unit. She's basically Tamara, except with dragon utility. And also, I guess she's green. Tamara is giving a little bit more support, though. Tiki gives some support as a start-of-turn status bonus, but Tamara giving the flat 10 DR on enemy specials as a support, I think, is actually pretty nuts. So I would say I like Tamara's support a little bit better. Tiki is an attuned hero, though, so you could give her Null Sea Echo. She has Hardy Bearing built in. She's able to use her defense stat, 150% of that as true damage when she procs a special, and it's going to check for her defense on her attack instead of, like, checking her low attack. So she is very similar to Tamara, except she's probably better, just because of the fact that she's a dragon. She gets dragon skills like Barricade and high Dragon Wall and like all those crazy dragon skills. You could go for Dragon's Roar, but her new dragon skill actually seems pretty good too. So I would say you could go ahead and just keep that. You could also give her Lagoo's Friend if you wanted, or Lagoo's Loyalty, because she has really good speed there. So just a lot of possibilities with this Tiki. She does seem very good. Okay, next up we have Mommy Naga over here. So 37 HP. You got here 41 attack, 27 speed, and then 45 in both defense and res. So 195 overall. She is a flying dragon type, which they seem to like doing with Naga. All of the Nagas that we have in the game are all flyers. I'm not sure why that is, like why they don't want to make her a different movement type, but I guess it's fine. We don't often get flying dragons that are solid, so that is nice. She gives the frozen support as a status debuff on her weapon, and then once again, just like the Mythic Naga, she's giving effective against dragon support. She also gives nullify effective against dragon support, which could be interesting. Certainly for this Tiki, I think that could help out, just letting her nullify effective damage. But right now, like the most meta dragon I can think of is the Duo Rhea, and she already neutralizes effective against dragon anyways, so yeah, this support would have been a little bit better had it not been for that Rhea existing, I think, but it is what it is. Okay, we got minus HP for Naga. Again, very odd numbers there for her attack stat. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything on attack there. We got minus speed, which she doesn't really care. Her speed is whatever. Yeah, nothing on defense either. And then finally plus res. So plus res is fine. You'll probably be able to use that the most out of all of her possible stats, I guess. Because there are some like really good res-based skills you can give her. Also, of course, scowl skills, which dragons want to take advantage of. So yeah, she seems okay. She's got some interesting support. Nothing like crazy though. Nothing that's a must pull. Same with Tiki too. Like Tiki's really good. She seems like basically just a better Temera. But at the same time, nothing like that you need to break the bank for. Alright, next up we have Gotoh over here. One of the... He chiseled the 10 Commandments in stone back in the days of Egypt. Look at that artwork, man. God damn. Yamada. With the old school, like, super detailed art styles, man. So classic. Alright, we got here 40 HP, 48 attack, 16 speed, 36 defense, and then 48 res. So grand total of 188. So far, he's got the lowest, and that's because he's a tome type. And then for Boons and Banes for him, he's got minus HP. I got nothing on attack there. Got nothing on speed either. And then nothing on defense, and then finally plus res. So plus res for Gotoh, I guess, is fine. He's also giving a lot of support. He gives cooldown pulsing support to allies, -1 to everybody, and then a further -1 if you're a magic or staff type. So those guys are going to get cooldown reduced the best, particularly if you're running AoE builds for, like, I don't know, Arcane Lilina would be an example, but maybe there are certainly better options that you could get cooldown pulsing with this guy. He also gives the AoE protection support, 80% DR on AoEs. So he's very similar to the Mythic Gotoh. Although that Gotoh, I think he also gives Resonant Shields. I don't think this guy gives that. But still pretty good. Seems like a solid and competent unit. But again, like we said with the other two dragons, they are all just like optional pulls. Alright, now we have Medeus. Now this guy, I'm actually the most interested about him, believe it or not. Because if his BST is really good, he could end up being like a legitimate arena option. So let's take a look here. We got 41 HP. We got 49 attack. That's a lot. 19 speed. Holy min-max, Batman. 42 defense and then 47 res. Looking really good. They cooked really hard with his BST there. Okay, so 198. He's basically in the 200 bin, and that means he is absolutely arena viable. He should score in the same bin as Panette, because they have equal BST and they both got preference weapons, except this guy is a dragon, so he gets high Dragon Wall, which is higher scoring of a B skill than anything you could give Panette. So he scores higher than Panette, basically, which is very good. That bodes really good for this guy. Also, he has a preference weapon, but he doesn't have any other preference skills, so you can give him echo skills if you wanted to. another really good upside to him. So let's see here. Boons and Banes, we have minus HP, I think that is. We got plus attack, which is great. We definitely want that on him. All right, nothing on speed. We got plus defense, which is also very good. And that's basically it. So plus attack, plus defense, we'll definitely take it. We're going to take a look at his stuff again in a moment, but I think this guy is absolutely someone you're going to want to build, and you can build him passively too, just by summoning blue on all these banners. For the anniversary, they're doing 108 of those freebie daily pull banners on reruns. I would just hit blue every single day, hoping to get more copies of this guy, man. So as you passively summon on banners, you're going to passively get more copies of him, and once you get him to plus 10, he seems like he's going to be a badass free-to-play arena unit. So looking very good for him. And then finally, we've got Zayn over here. So Zayn is going to be the free-to-play unit. I believe he's from a Grand Hero battle map. So he's got here 48 HP. We got 43 attack, 46 speed, 23 defense, and then 28 res, giving us a grand total of 188. Same as Gotoh, basically, which means, unfortunately, he's not going to be arena-worthy. Sucks, but it just is what it is. They couldn't have given him, like, the trainee BST increase. He is a dragon, right, technically, and usually all the dragon units do get that. But, I don't know, I guess they made an exception for Zayn's case. A bad exception. Oh, his HP actually 48. Yeah, that's pretty high, but he has a super boon on HP. We got nothing on attack there. Yeah, nothing on speed either. Nothing on defense, and then minus res. Wow, plus HP, that's it. Is he going to have more shenanigans like the others, like the Halloween Zayn, where he reflects allies' base stats onto himself? Let's see, hold on. Does he even have a preference weapon? We're about to find that out. So here are the skills. He does have a preference weapon. Ancient Trickery. So 14 might, 2 range, grants HP up 5. So he's getting even more HP. At start of turn, if unit's HP is over 25%, inflicts speed and res -7 and sabotage on the closest foes and any foes in 2 spaces of those foes through the next action. Okay, and then also at the start of combat, if unit's HP is over 25%, grants a bonus to all of his stats equal to 25% of the foe's attack at the start of combat -4, with a max of 14 and a min of 5, and then grants a bonus to all of his stats equal to the highest respective stat from among allies in 3 spaces, minus unit stat values. Wow, he really does it. He's basically Halloween Zayn again, except better. Calculates each stat bonus independently at the start of combat, and then if unit stat is the highest, unit stat will decrease. Okay, then deals damage equal to 20% of unit speed, excluding on AoEs, and reduce damage from foes' first attack by 7 during combat and on their brave attack. So yeah, he's a certified banger. For a Grand Hero battle, this is a really good weapon. It's very gimmicky, though. Like, you got to build around it. Well, not really build around it, but play around it, where you want him to be close by to a bunch of allies that have very high visible stats. But his weapon is pretty good. So you could certainly make some use out of him. And his artwork is pretty goofy, too. I love that smile there. So let's see here. What else does he have for passives? Okay, we have Luna for the special. Speed and res tempo 3, we'll definitely take that. Tempos are not something we see very often on these 4 stars. And then he's got infantry pulse 3 at 4 star, which, again, that's fine, I guess. Pulse, I think they could have gave him times pulse instead, because we have so many variations of that now that just having easy access to the bridge for fodder would have been really good. Okay, then Medeus has got def res scowl 3 at 5 star, which, I mean, it doesn't matter. He's going to be in the general pool, so you'll pull him, like, presumably you'll be able to pull him often compared to a 5 star, so that's fine. And then attack ploy 3 at 4 star, which doesn't matter. We have a lot of ways to get that. All right, we'll do one more quick refresh, see if we didn't miss anything else, and then we'll take a look at the artwork. Okay, spoilers for the story. We have a customization pack we can take a look at there. All right, let's see what this customization pack looks like. All right, $8.99 US, I would imagine. You get 22 orbs, and then you get 2 backgrounds here. These are going to be for the summoner, support, and character backgrounds. So one of them is a castle, and then the other one is like a differently lit castle. Oh, we have more packs too. Hold on. Okay, we'll start with this one. So this is what the basic background looks like, and then this one is for the summoner support. Not really all that different, just one is differently lit. I guess this one looks a little better with the lamps or candles lighting up the hallway there. Yeah, not too shabby, though, of a castle background. Or not castle, but character background, because we rolled out the red carpet there. Should look pretty good on your characters if you want to go for it. All right, then we have this pack over here. So 1 per person, you get a trait boost pack. So 40 trait fruits and 1 floret for $50 and 120 orbs. My God, man. Now, this is normally where I'd make a comment saying, why spend $50 on this when you could buy a game, like a brand new release game? But you can't even do that anymore, because Nintendo Switch 2 games are dropping for like $80, $90, and I don't even know what's going on in this economy right now. All of us consumers are spending like way more money than usual, but we ain't making more money than usual. So what the hell? Like, come on, man. I'm just a broke potato in this asshole economy, and you gotta dick me over this bad with buying like florets and stuff. Okay, then we have the summoner or starter support pack. They typically do these often for like new players. Everyone can buy it though, so it's $4. You get a copy of a legendary female Alere, 12 orbs, and then 600 infantry flowers. Probably the most sought after type of flower, which is good. This Alere has got pretty solid fodder. She has attack and speed pledge. She's got null C4, and then she also has attack and speed... What was it? Attack and speed finish 4, I think it is. So overall, not too shabby. Her special... What was her special again? I think it was Bond Blast. Yeah, she had a unique special, right? Unfortunately, she didn't have one of those that you could inherit, like Dragon's Roar or something. That would have been fire if she had that, but considering it's only $4, like, this is not the worst. But certainly it's better than some of the other starter support packs that we've had in the past. So if you're interested, I guess you could go for it. It is also a merge on a legendary hero if you want to go for that, or if this is your first copy of her, you can use her as a bonus for arena time, which is good. All right, so there we go for the support packs, and then we can go ahead and finish up by taking a look at the artwork now. So, baby Tiki over here. All right, her with her little plushie doll. Kind of looks like the one from the Aether Resort when you go into the, like, when your characters are all napping in the inn. There's this dragon plushie item that looks kind of like this one. So maybe that's where that's from. All right, Tiki with her golden snitch. I didn't know she was playing Quidditch up in here. All right, there's the special attack, and then finally the injured artwork. All right, here we have Naga. This one is probably my favorite art on the banner. I don't know. Naga's got some very interesting art typically, like the mythic one where she's got the blue... What is it, like a blue glow or like blue flames surrounding her? The blue aura, it looks really good, like the Emblem heroes. Here, she's got like golden wings. So I wonder how far into the past this is. Like, how much younger are these dragons actually compared to the like counterparts of them that we're used to seeing? All right, it's hard to tell because, of course, dragons age differently. So, like, she could still be 1,000 years old here and we would never know. All right, then we have Gotoh over here. All right, I like that he's got the dragon wings. Oh, this is fire. Look at that. Yeah, that's really... Man, Yamada kills it every single time. I swear to God. It's criminal that people are mad about his Milla art, because I think the Mythic Milla art looks really good. The one where she's got, like, the jazz hands, and... She doesn't look like anime waifu Milla from Echoes, but she looks way cooler, in my opinion. Having the deity actually look like one of them Greek statues from the old days. All right, there. All 4 of these are really good, man. This is crazy. This is really good. Look at him putting up his magic shield like that. Wow. All right, then we got Medeus over here, drawn by Daisuke Iizuka. All right, I like that his tail is coming out, too. His earthly dragon tail. Putting up his fists. All right, we're about to throw down here, fool. All right, then he's got the punch of justice, the falcon punch. All right, there's the injured art. This is really good artwork, man. For a Demote, dude, this is not Demote level art. This is fire. All right, and then finally we have Zayn's artwork. So he, once again, looks like a very goofy trickster, which I guess is in line with him. All right, there's the special art. And then finally the injured artwork there. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think about this celebration. Seems pretty good. Everyone is in agreement that the concept for the banner is really good. Like, having us see all of these characters, these, like, old ancient characters back in the day, like when they were younger, which is really cool. This is the type of stuff that's really cool to see in Fae, because you would never see something like this in one of the mainline games. But Fae is where we can, like, really dive into the fan service and see stuff like this. So hopefully they do more stuff like this in the future. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This is your boy Tacho signing out, and I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.